So we're going to bring this little Sears 1979 tractor back from the dead. Quick history on this thing. I got this tractor about 10 years ago. I really had no use for it at the time. Buddy's brother-in-law was having a yard sale. I picked it up for 20 bucks. For 20 bucks I'm going to grab it. So I got it running like 10 years ago, cleaned the carb. I knew 10 years ago it needed a starter solenoid. I just didn't bother doing it. And then some changes went on in my life, and this thing's been sitting in storage for 10 years. So I yanked her back out of storage, and let's get her back running again. I know it needs a few little things, so let's get at her. It actually fired up pretty quick. I threw some gas down the carburetor, put some booster cables on it, fired right up. I had to boost the starter though, because I knew it needed a starter solenoid. But yeah, it wouldn't draw its own fuel. And I seen I had a bunch of rotten fuel lines, so I replaced the fuel lines. Still wouldn't draw its own fuel. This thing's got some little vacuum pump on the side of the carburetor. Like I say, it's a 79. I don't even know if I get parts for this darn thing. So went to Amazon, got myself a $15 Canadian electric fuel pump and mounted it on here, and good to go. Okay, so we ended up putting one tire on the front. It was rotted right out, put a tire on the front. Okay, so today we're going to throw in the starter solenoid, and I picked up a push button, we'll put that in there, and so I don't have to keep boosting the starter all the time with jumper cables. So I'm going to put a starter relay in the old girl. The ignition switch went for a poop. I'm just going to put a push button on it, and I just have a toggle switch for the ignition right now. Getting at that starter solenoid is a bit of a challenge on this thing. Pretty much did it all from underneath, but she's in there. She's almost ready for a test run here, see if she's going to work. There's the more I got into this, I seen where some wires had shorted out and burnt, so I'm sure that's what caused some of these problems. But that, and there was a lot of safety stuff on this old tractor, which I was kind of surprised to find, but I just bypassed it all. So, you know, less headaches that way. I never ever did test the charging system on this thing when it was working, so I'm not sure if it's charging or not, but my battery is dead at the moment, but it could be from when the ignition switch shorted out and then it stopped charging after that. Well, I meant to bring some cable because I knew I had to put a longer cable on this. Actually, this isn't the right battery, it's too big. So, it's just what I had at the moment. So this is how I hooked up my ground, which I'm not sure why. Oh, that's why, hello. Because I'm hooking this up backwards, that's why. Don't do that. So how to not hook up a ground cable properly, but sometimes when you're out in the bush and that's all you got, that's what you got to do. Dead battery. Well, I'm going to call that a win. And I think my multimeter just went on the fritz. Seems to be acting really weird. But I think it's actually charging, so that's a bonus too. So one of the reasons I wanted to get my old tractor working here today is I drove my old beast out into my field here, and to get out here right now, it has been such a wet year where we live, or where our property is I should say, and there is no getting this thing back out of here right now. So I'm here on a rescue mission with a tractor. We'll see if we can pull this trailer out of here because I need my trailer. Okay, well the old beast performed like a champ today. I did what I wanted to do. I got my trailer out of the back 40 there because there's no way I'm getting through there with a truck right now. I get stuck like crazy at sink. But it's still not charging, but I have a lot of wires disconnected right now. I just have the barest minimum hooked up, so it might just be a matter of fooling with some of the wiring on it. But like I say, I'm out in the country right now. I don't have a lot of tools and parts at my disposal, so this is just what we did for today. And she kicked butt.